Hello friends, welcome back to my new repaint video, and today's video I'm so much inspired by pirate themes and pirate themes type of girls, so let's get start this video. So for this repaint I'm taking my old broken down Lagoona blue and now I'm fixing it, and now I'm taking my acetone pad and starting removing the doll face. It's a very challenging and it's the very most hard doll to make, so it's very challenging part for me to make this broken down doll into a complete new look. So removing the doll paint, and at that time I don't have a perfect sealant, so I think that the face will little bit stand out, but I will make it better with some blushing. And now you can see that the doll body is fully broken down, the hand is broken down, the other hand is also broken down. So now it's time to fix it, and first I'm just taking my acetone and starting removing the stains from the doll body, and I'm also taking sandpaper and removing it very well. This time I use acetone and doll body because I think that acetone can melt it and it will remove the stain from the doll body and it will make it nice and smooth. And I am also removing the doll original panties from the doll body because I don't like it very much. Now it's time to make the doll wigs, so I'm just taking this wefts which I bought from AliExpress and I'm just simply gluing it to the doll head. I learned this technique from Popan Atelier, so please check out her channel if you didn't, and she is amazing artist. It's my first time to try this type of hair wefts, but I think that it's so much easy and I like it so much, so I will try this in my future repaint videos. It is much easy than, and I think that I like this weft technique very much because it's so much easy and it's not very time consuming, and I think that rerouting takes so much time. So now I'm just removing the excess and I just glue on the top, and now it's time for the fun part, the face up. So I'm taking my watercolor pencils and give it 3 coats of Mr. Super Clear and starting my repaint. And now I'm just taking my watercolor pencil and starting sketching the doll eyes. This time I wanted to make the eyes not very big, but I'm maintaining my style. And I'm also a little bit inspired by Popan Atelier doll repaint, so I wanted to create something like that. So I'm now just taking my black watercolor pencil and I'm also taking my red watercolor pencil and starting sketching the doll eyes. So make sure that you make the both eyes in right shape, so later on it will look very great. If you make the one eye with little bit large and the other eye little bit smaller, then it will not look good on your doll faces. So while you are sketching doll eyes, make sure that you make the both eyes in right shape, so it will look very better. So now I'm switching to my acrylic paints. So now I'm just taking my blue acrylic paints because this time I wanted to make very bluey and oceany and very that type of eyes. And now I'm just making some cute eyeliner because this time I'm not giving her very makeup look because I think that she is very little girl with a very piratey theme, that I'm so much inspired by very cute little girl which is a very beautiful and very cute pirate, so she doesn't need any type of harsh makeup, so I'm just taking it very simple. And I'm also giving her so much freckles because I think that freckles add so much detail and so much realism in the doll. And I think that Lagoona face mold is one of my very favorite face mold and monster high dolls. I love Lagoona very much. I love Lagoona very much. She is my one of my favorite doll that I repaint and monster high doll. But I don't have much in my stock, but I will try that I could buy it from somewhere, so I will make more Lagoona doll repaints in my future. So for the lips, I'm just taking a very light reddish red color because I think that she will suit a very reddish type of lip color with a very beautiful Lolita and steampunk type of doll dress, so it will look very well. So now I'm adding more color to the irises. This time I wanted to add so much colors like yellow, blue, little bit of green color to the irises, so it will look very good. Like Pop and Ateliers add so much color and details to the doll irises, and I love that technique, and I definitely wanted to try this technique in my this repaint video. And actually Lagoona is also my very favorite doll, so I wanted to try the technique in my this repaint video. And now I'm just starting blushing the doll face with some orangey type of soft pastels because I think that oranges and little bit brownish and pinks color add so much realism to the doll face, while later on I'm also adding some freckles. So if you are wanted to add freckles to your doll face, then must include oranges and little bit browns blushing to the doll face. And for the eyeshadow, I'm not giving it so much harsh color, I'm just giving it some little bit of bronze color to maintain the C type of look, and brown to maintain the sandy look, and I'm also giving it some little bit of maroon color to the doll eyeshadow, and I'm also giving it some sort of gradient to the doll lips. And I also give it other coat of Mr. Super Clear to save my project. I think that building layers is the key of doll face-ups, because when you build 2 to 3 coats of Mr. Super Clear and also give it some blushing, more and more blushing, so your doll face will look amazing. So use Mr. Super Clear 2 to 3 coats while you are making doll faces, and layers and layers and layers make the doll face very good. And I will learn this technique from many of the doll artists like Delightful, Hexchian, Moonlight Jill. They are amazing in doll repaints. So if you didn't watch her repaints, and also Pop on Atelier, she is one of my favorite doll repaint artists so far, and she made so much realistic doll faces. So please go check out her channel if you didn't watch her repaint videos. Many of my friend artists which are still learning doll customization, so they tell me that make a repaint only your soft pastels and only your watercolor pencils and acrylic paint, and don't use any sealant. So I have a very good technique for that type of repaint, so I will make a repaint video very soon. And when I was just starting my channel and I was just making my doll hobby, so at that time I don't have perfect sealant and I don't have monies to buy such type of expensive sealant. So at that time I just use a very good technique. So I will show you the technique in my next repaint video. So now I'm adding highlighting to the doll brow bone and also adding highlight to the cupid bows of the doll lips, and I also adding highlights to the doll eyes. And make sure that you will build 2 layers of highlighting to make the colors very opaque and vibrant. And now I'm adding some gradient to the doll eyebrows, and I'm also adding some teeny tiny hair to the doll eyebrows because it adds so much realism to the doll eyebrows. And make sure that you will add some teeny tiny hair to the doll eyebrows so it will look very good. Usually on my other repaints I don't do this very well, but in my next repaint videos I will try to continue this hairy process in my doll eyebrows. And for the eyebrows I just make it very simple and very cutish looking because I think that I'm making my pirate very childish and very cute, so the arch type of eyebrows don't suit her very well, so I'm making it very. Now I'm adding more and more gradient to the doll lips because in this video I add so much details to the doll lips, so I think that it will look so much very poisony and very beautiful looking. And now I'm adding some blushing to the doll nostrils, and I'm also taking my red pencil and adding some details to the doll nose. I'm adding a cute little smile because I love smiles and doll faces. And I'm also blushing it more and more. And now I give it other coat of MSC to save my blushing process. And now I add the final touches to the doll face. Make sure that you blush the doll face very darker because when you use MSC then your color will, I don't know why, but the color will become very light, so blush very dark, so when you will spray a coat of MSC then your progress will not become so much lighter, so use dark color of soft pastels for the blushing, but I usually do orange colors and brown colors and little bit of pink colors blushing. Now I'm just adding the final details to the doll face like highlights, and I give it a coat of MSC and the doll face up is done. So now when the doll face is done, now it's time to work on the doll body. So I think that it's the most challenging part in this doll. So I made a simple hole in the doll arm, and I just take the wire inside of the doll arm and just bend it over. And now I'm just sanding it for the right position, and I also remove the excess plastic with my X-Acto knife, and I also did so much blushing to make it very nice and smooth. So now I think that this hand came out very well, and now I also remove these type of weird wires, and I also remove the fins with my X-Acto knife. And do you know that at that time I don't have very perfect materials? You know that at that time I don't have X-Acto knife. It's so funny, but I don't have many craft materials, so I'm also adding some paper clay so it will grip very well. And now I'm also adding this paper clay to the holes of the doll like And now it's time to make the hook type of thing, so I'm also using paper clay for that, because paper clay work really well in my doll projects, because I did a whole body of doll making with my paper clay and the doll body came out very well. So I think that to post that video sometime later, because it still have so much work to do, but I will post it very soon. So now I think that the hook is made very well, so now it's time to get rid of these spooky wires. In my mind, I think that at that time I was so much I don't have to say words for myself. So now I'm also cutting the fins from the doll hand. And do you know that when I was removing the doll hand from the doll hand, that it will broke? Oh no, it's other mistake for myself, so let's challenge it again. I glue it with my glue, but later on I realized that the doll hand will not move and I don't like that type of thing, so I will later on going to change it. And now it's time to work on the doll head. So for this I'm also taking some paper clay and starting filling the holes. And when the paper clay is fully dry, now I give it 2 to 3 coats of acrylic paint, and that the one coat are fully dry while you are using to paint the other coat. Take your time to the color to make it vibrant. And now I am again working on the doll hand. So the first process, I don't like the first process and I don't recommend for you guys, so I'm just working again on the doll hand. I again make a small teeny tiny hole, and I'm also taking some wire and I'm also sanding down it. I glue this wire to the doll hand. And now I just simply inside it, and I think that it's much better and I like the way it is. And now I'm just making the hand. So now I also made a small teeny tiny hole in the hand and attach some wire to it. And now I'm just making another hole to the hand, and I'm just attach the hand with the help of this wire and just glue it in place. And now I'm again working on the hand, and I just make a small teeny tiny hole. For the hole I'm just using my nail and also using some fire, so it will work very well. And now I attach some wire to it, and now I'm using some super glue, and now I think that it came out very well. So off screen I also blushed the body little bit, and I also painted the hook. This outfit is made by my grandmom, and I think that this is the most detailed outfit she ever made. So now I'm just wearing her the outfit and also the cap hat type of thing, and I'm also adding so many details like this lace And I'm also adding this golden flower, and I'm also making this coat type of thing from leather and from my hot glue gun. And when the all accessory and the outfit are done, then I think that the doll is finished. So I think that she is the most detailed doll I ever made, and I think that she came out very cute. So if you like my this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to see more doll repaints. See you next time. Bye.